So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Peter Roberts, and in today's video, I'm going to flip the camera on here and document another portion of my financial journey. But more importantly, I want to document and share with you the lessons that I'm learning, and more importantly, talk about what I've learned, the two ways to get rich. The one way is the old way that your parents, your teachers, and basically traditionally society tells you to get rich, to make some money, invest some money over the long term, and then get rich when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, and then you enjoy it. Yet I've learned and studied a lot of successful people, and I'm obsessed with learning about what can I do to get wealthy in my 20s? What are really successful, wealthy people doing, and how are they making all this damn money? The things that the poor people want to know is that it comes down to this. And what I've realized is that what makes the difference between getting rich the old way and getting rich the new way is that there's a barrier of time. You can either wait 50, 60, 70 years to enjoy this money in your 70s or 80s, when you're too old, when you're beaten down, when you're basically rotting away, or you can go ahead and acquire this when you're young, youthful, skilled, sharper, and looking to really make an impact on society. And for me, I don't know about you, but I'd rather to learn this skill of getting rich now when I'm young. And I just want to share with you the lessons that I've learned that really separate what rich people do, whether if they want to acquire it now or wait 80 to their 90 to their 70, what makes the difference. And the reason I flipped this camera on to share you this is because yesterday I've realized that I'm continuing to make traction in this new business that I started. I was always told if you want to make a boat ton of money, either get into sales, sell solar, sell financial services, or go traditionally and make a lot of money with your formal education. But I found myself getting into sales, and what I found yesterday, I made a little over $2,200 in just one day. After coming home from my full-time business and job, I decided to start this business, and I was able to actually make a little over $2,200 in literally 4 hours. And the reason I share this with you is because I realized that rich people do one thing. They find high leverage opportunities. They look for things that can make them money. While your poor parents, while your poor friends that eventually want to get rich when they're 90 or 80 or 70, they tell you, just keep working the job, keep saving that money, keep putting it away for yourself, put it into the S&P 500, save for your future self, only live off a little bit. But what I realize really rich people do, successful people that are actually able to build a lot of wealth fast, which could be you, is that they find high leverage opportunities that do not require time to be the metric of their wealth or success. For example, you become a school teacher, you make $40,000 a year, you save $20,000, you invest $15,000 every year into the S&P 500. Over those 40, 50, 60 years, you will become very wealthy. I've learned that wealth is based on margin. It depends on how much you save versus your income. And it's a ratio. But the truth is, if you want to build wealth fast, make something sustainable when you're young, is you need to find ways to use your skills, to use your talents, to find high leverage opportunities that will make you a crap ton of money. And the biggest mistake that I looked at, and the biggest mistakes that my parents, my friends, my teachers all told me, if I want to get rich, is to get a stable job, make money, and save for your future self. But I was doing it all backwards, and you could be doing it backwards as well. But instead, I studied the Grant Cardones, the Alex Hormozis, the Brad Lees, and people that are actually wealthy. And they've all said one thing: find high leverage opportunities that will make you a boatload of money, that will allow you to get way ahead of your friends, that will allow you to save a shit ton of money, that will allow you to build your actual bank account so you can get on offense. And what I want to share with you is that in this journey, it is scary. In this journey of trying to get rich or trying to make a lot of money, you have to go through a hell of a lot of pain. You have to make the sacrifices. You have to make the commitments. You have to figure things out. You have to become the person that you want to eventually be. You have to learn the skills. You have to learn the character traits. You have to learn the disciplines. But if you want to be rich, you have to be doing something different. Now, as your friends, your parents will tell you, even your teachers, get a job, work for a corporate job, save a little bit of money, and then let this money acquire and build your wealth. If you want to do that, great. Take the old way of getting rich. But if you want to actually substantially change your life in your 20s and 30s, which I believe that you can do, and what I am focusing on here today in my life is find ways to make a shit ton of money fast. Find ways that you can help people or help influence a lot of people. Help them, and you can get paid a substantial or a handsome amount of money. Whether it's in insurance products, whether it's in financial services, whether it's in solar, whether it's selling some other product or service, this has been my vehicle that I'm willing to choose. Now you have the option yourself. You can continue to struggle, or you can go out there and actually make the sacrifices to figure out how you're going to do this. And right now, I'm just trying to figure it out how I'm doing it. Fortunately enough, I've been starting to make some traction in my life again. I want to continue to share what I am doing, but I've realized that really rich people are able to leverage, technology, the media. They're able to leverage their network, able to leverage their selling abilities to make a crap ton of money. And once they make that crap ton of money, they then deploy that money into real estate, to other vehicles. But when you're young, and what I'm focusing on is, how can I make the money now? How can I make the crap load of money that I can have sitting in my bank account where I no longer need to stress about bills, when I can get out of the rat race, when I don't have to worry about spending simple amounts of dollars, and I can make my own income, when I can control my income, when I can build my own business? Because the wealthiest individuals that get rich fast control how much money they make. They control about how much leverage they have. They control exactly what they're able to acquire because they've learned the skills, they've mastered the talent of making money, which means that they will never go broke. They will never have to have someone else pay their bills. They will never have to worry about putting in the time somewhere else for someone else to make them money. You can learn this skill yourself. So my biggest lesson to you, and my biggest lessons to myself, Peter, is to learn the skills, learn how to make a ton of money when you're in your 20s, when you're young. And once you acquire this money, you've not only developed the skill, you've learned the habits, and now you know that you don't need anybody else to hold your hand. You don't need anybody else to go out there and pay your bills. You don't need anybody else you don't need to be on anybody else's payroll. Focus on making a ton of money, save that money, acquire that money fast, and deploy it to become wealthy. That's my game plan. That's what I've learned. You have two options: get rich the old way or get rich the new way. And I just choose to do it the new way. It's going to hopefully change my life. It's going to eventually change my family's future. And more importantly, change my bank account now. But it requires a lot of discipline. A lot of kids my age, a lot of kids that will make a ton of money will go out there and spend it, flex it, try to show off. But if you are humble, if you're disciplined, and you have bigger visions for yourself, that money is just a tool for your future success. Use this tool to eventually escape the rat race, to have the freedom to eventually live the life that you wanted to have, and more importantly, live on your own 2 feet. But guys, that's my 2 points. That's what I've learned. That's what I'm studying about the rich people do, is they acquire skills to make a ton of money quickly. They learn the skill, and more importantly, they don't get rich the old way. They don't go through the rat race. They don't go through saving $40,000, stacking it, and then when they're 60 or 75, and the S&P 500 has compounded at an annual 8 to 12% year after year, that they eventually stumbled upon $1 million. The rich people want to do it the quicker, the smarter, and more importantly, the most efficient way. And I hope you're one of those people as well. If this video brought you any value, please comment below. I'm just going to continue to share my journey and document my process here. Can't wait to hopefully even help you all do it. This is why I make this channel, to eventually hopefully give back to you guys. Just giving you guys the honest truth of what I'm struggling with, what I'm going through, and what I'm learning, to hopefully help you grow, become a better individual, and more importantly, impact your future family and your future life. I believe, I'll end this with every video, is that if you're young, it does not determine how much money you make. You can make a crap ton of money when you're young if you're focused, you're motivated, and willing to learn. Love y'all so much. See y'all in the next video. Take care. Comment if you want me to share anything else. Cheers.